So we're gonna do a sheep eye dissection. So this is the sheep eye. Obviously this is all fat around the eye. This clear kind of foggy looking covering, this would be your cornea. And you can see the iris, the colored portion of the eye behind the cornea. So what we're gonna do is we made a little incision here, sort of where the muscles meet the front, and we cut this all the way around so that we're able to open it now like a clamshell of sorts. So what we cut through, this layer, that's your sclera that we cut through. So now I'm gonna open this up, and you're gonna see immediately all of the humor. So this is aqueous and vitreous humor of the two chambers. And again, it's sort of like a jello-like substance. It's not quite liquid and it's not quite solid. And what you see floating in the middle here, I can actually remove. And this is your lens. And the lens is actually hard. It's like a marble. It's much harder than you would think, but that's your lens. We're gonna scoop out that aqueous and vitreous humor. So there it is. Kind of looks like an egg in a yolk if you do it like that. And then we're gonna look at what we have here. Now, the only major difference between the sheep eye and the human eye is the sheep eye has an extra layer to it that I'll show you in just a second. But this kind of membranous covering that we immediately see when we scooped out the humor, and you can see me kind of collecting it, it's just like a gelatinous membrane, that is the retina of the eye. So right here, if I pull it out, that's the retina of the eye. And again, it was just a thin membrane, innermost layer of the eye. Now, where you see where it's all shiny here, that is the difference between a sheep eye and a human eye, and animal eye in general. So this shiny layer, which is not seen in the plastic model because human eyes don't have this, is called the tapetum lucidum. And this is what allows animals to have night vision. So when you see a deer on the side of the road and you see how it looks like it's reflecting back at you, that's this tapetum lucidum. And you can literally peel it out with your finger. So if I take my finger, it should just scoop out, which it does. But one thing you're gonna notice as I'm scooping it out is it's gonna be mostly attached in one particular area. So see how it's kind of tethered right there. So let me get that out. So this little spot where it was kind of tethered, that is your optic disc, and that is where the optic nerve attaches. And you can see the optic nerve right here. So that's where that optic disc is, the blind spot. Now, once we cleared out that retinal layer, this inner layer that's in the middle between where we scooped out the retina and the one we cut through the sclera, this is your choroid layer. Now, if we come in here, again, you can see the cornea, the clear protective covering. You see, and I'm gonna invert this so you can see it a little bit better. We're gonna push this inside out. So you see this sort of muscular ring right around where the cornea is. That is gonna be, again, your ciliary body, and then the black thin rim around that muscular part, that's your suspensory ligaments.